Hey Scrappy Names fans, how are we all? So I'm back with an Arty Fun Friday video, yay! And it should be on time, yay! So I'm working in my Jane Davenport Butterfly Effect book. It's called Traveller's Notebook, I guess you could call it, which has now a couple of different inserts which I was just flicking through quickly to show you in it. I have, when I brought it, it has like the normal sort of papery kind of inserts that you can just draw on or doodle on, and then I've brought a marker insert so you can use your smooth alcohol markers on, and water paper, colour paper, proof or whatever you call it, inserts. And the colour you can see on the side here are like little pockets as well, plastic pockets I've brought with it as well, just to glam it up, I guess. And what I'm doing today is testing out the watercolour paper insert with the beautiful Jane Davenport Brights palette that you can see on my right there. And these are absolutely stunning watercolour paints. They are really bright, really saturated kind of colours, as you can see as I'm going to paint them, and you can use the water to sort of, water them down a bit, and or less water keeps them at that real saturated colour, as you can see there. They are just so stunning, so worth the money that they are for watercolour paint. I'm not a painter or artist in that way. That's why it's all very trial and error for me at the moment, using some of Jane's beautiful products at the minute. But so far, well worth the money that they do cost. So anyway, so just playing around with some different colours here, and as I said, a bit of just trial and error. So as you can see, I've just painted some purple, some pinky reddy kind of colour, a green and a blue in the background there. Now I'm using one of her mermaid stamps here, and I sort of wasn't sure what I was going to do here. I wanted to use, it's a bit of a Jane Davenport Arty Fun Friday video, because I got some new products that I hadn't actually tested out yet, and I wanted to see how they'd go. So I'm using her smooth markers, which are an alcohol marker, the Feathered Friends pack. So there's 2 different packs you can get, using these colours. And I'm going to colour in the mermaid stamp here, which is what I'm doing. And I think I add a little bit of water just to get the ink running a little bit, just to see. Now, I have no idea how this all works, to be truthful, right up front now. So any of you that are experienced at this sort of arty stuff are probably looking at it going, "Stop the video now, Amy, what are you doing?" And I apologise if I'm giving you heart palpitations whilst doing this, but I just wanted to muck around and see what these markers, can do. So I'm kind of using them as an ink. I didn't want to just get out the old stamp pad and just stamp it down and all the rest of it. I wanted to do a bit of drawing, but with a bit of a template, if that makes sense. So this is what I am kind of doing. So I'm colouring in the stamp. And I add a touch of water to see if the ink kind of runs a little bit, to make it a bit like an ink pad. And then I'm going to stamp it on my page. Now, I actually don't know if I bring it up close to you to see. So, well, you can sort of see it from here, that it kind of gives you a bit of an outline. Oh, my big fat head in the way. I thought I edited that out, sorry. So it sort of is given that look, and then I want to go back through and kind of sketch the image with the markers, which is what I'm going to do here. Oh, then I add a bit more of the ink. Now this page has taken really well to the water, the ink, everything that I used on this page in the end. The paper hasn't crinkled, it hasn't gone all yuck, it hasn't bulged or anything in the book. So yeah, I was really happy with the way that this has all sort of worked out. So I was really happy with the quality of the paper as well. So there you go, you can see there that it's stamped a bit more. I just added a bit more to it. And now I'm just going through and using the markers, adding a bit of an outline to everything. There you go. And now I go in with the markers and I'm colouring, adding some colour to each of the bits and pieces. So her hair. So it's a mermaid sort of sitting on a log. I do use the outline of the stencil, the stamp, to guide sort of how everything's supposed to look. So I do my best at sketching it. But yeah, so I go through with the different markers and kind of colour in the stamped image here. So these Feathered Friends alcohol markers set have, as you can see, sort of the colours for doing your skin tones and things like that, as well as some more sort of pastel paler colours as well. The other ones have like that blue mermaid. They're mermacious or something, I can't remember the names, but they are very sea coloured kind of ones. So it was a bit hard to pick actually, but because I wanted to try and test out drawing and colouring, that sort of stuff, I went with the skin tones. Pulled out the Power Pastels as well of Jane's there, and just using some of those crayons to add some different colours, like to the eyes and things like that. And now I'm getting a little bit funky with some more of the Jane products. I'm using here the Inkredible inks. So I don't know what colour that is, and I haven't got it sitting next to me. It's actually away from me at the minute. It's a berry colour, I can't remember. Just to add some more deeper colours to the picture, as you can see there. So just touching up on top of the smooth, the markers as well. As I said, this was just a real play around kind of page, which is, I guess, what you can have, what I brought this for. It wasn't for journaling too much in. I used the front pages for, I've brought her Fabulous Figures book, and I'm trying out, you know, working through that to learn to draw faces and figures and things like that. So the front of that book has that sort of playing around in it. And then, yeah, some of these are just to test out the colours and different products and those sorts of things. So as you can see here, I've grabbed some more of those stamp set, and I am using the Inkredible inks to paint on like an ink. And stamp down, and yeah, so use as an ink pad basically. And I really liked how well, I didn't know how well they would stamp. I didn't know if it would run, the ink would run and mush up the image a bit, but I think it did quite well. Now just adding some more of the blue ink, get it a bit more sea life looking-ish, I guess. Sometimes I never know if I go a bit overboard when I get a bit, you know, a bit overzealous in trying out some new products, but meh. It's only for me, I guess, and you guys now. But, you know, if there's some of you out there, I guess, that are a bit like me and not sure about these products, and especially at the moment, the market's being flooded with all of Jane's new products, give it a go. I have, and I love it. I love this extension of this creative side to me. Like, it's not just the scrapbooking and art journaling. I guess it's a form of art journaling, but it's not. It's, you know, drawing and painting, and it's good therapy. Yeah, so I guess that's why I thought I'd show you just how to play around with it and, you know, experiment. Why not? And if it fails, well, it fails. I tried. Whatever. Just using a Posca paint pen here, just to add some splatters and then some more little details here. I nearly went to go a bit silly with this and draw, and then I had to stop myself because I thought, nope, that's going to overcrowd the page a little bit with stuff. And then I think that's pretty much it, nice and short and sweet. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. give me a thumbs up and a bit of a subscribe. And if you've got any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.